I grew up in this house where it was a mixed culture of my dad being a Mangalorean, mom being an Anglo-Indian. So I was called a Mango because I had both of them. Dad was in the Merchant Navy and he used to sail for like 6 months on, 6 months off. So I always enjoyed looking at his life and seeing all the places that he used to go to, and I wanted to go on those adventures too. And so happened that he happened to take me and mom and my sister, and we used to travel, the world. Like I think till my 6th standard or something, I never wrote my final exams.
Okay.
So I write my half yearlies, get good marks, and then get onto the ship, go sailing, go see all these beautiful places, and then realize that dad didn't really enjoy to the aspect that I thought he was. He was working. He was a radio officer, always like pushing gadgets, fixing things, and all that stuff. And I was this little kid who got to explore the ship. So as far as what my dad was doing, that was something that I wanted to do when I was growing up. And I think I started engineering my life in terms of thinking that I would finally become a sailor and join the Merchant Navy.
Yeah.
But it so happened that, I did science in 12th. I had maths, physics, chemistry, and computer science, which I didn't do too well in math, so I wasn't so kicked about that. I moved on to, planning to write my exams for the Merchant Navy. And then my mom said, there's a long way in between you joining the Merchant Navy and, just sitting on your ass at home. So why don't you just go do something about your life? And there's this really interesting course that I found out. My mom, in fact, told me about visual communication, which I had no clue about.
Okay.
And that's where we met also.
Yeah, of course. And when did she tell you about visual communication?
I think it was somewhere to the end of when my summer holidays had just begun, and I had no interest in doing anything but, because I knew the Merchant Navy exams were like 8 months away or something. So I was planning to just relax and have a good time, and I think she didn't want me to be doing that. So, and she figured that I was good at things like illustration and stuff, so why not do something that is good? And I don't recall too many people, the parents at that time, telling them to go and join the visual communication course.
Not at
because
all.
Nobody
Not
had a clue of what it was.
So when you got introduced to Viscom, how did you react? Was this something that you were actively interested in, or was it something you thought?
I myself had no clue what it was about until I started diving a little bit into it and checking it out online. And I heard that other visual communication courses were about advertising and graphic design and anything that you want to pursue in terms of, it could be photography, be filmmaking, but you would have to go through a set foundation and then, finalize what you want to specialize in.
Yeah.
So I had a vague idea, I would say, but not completely clued in as to what it was. I don't think my mom knew either. She just wanted to keep me busy.
I don't think most people knew.
Yeah.
It was...
all the way till the 3rd year, we never really knew what we were going to do.
This was 2002, right? So probably at that time was when people were really starting to find out what visual communication was all about. Yeah. So why don't you tell me about how it was in school? Because school is which sort of makes and breaks a lot of things.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
So, for me as well, I was told in school that I was a good artist. Which I realized I wasn't until I came to college, right? But that at least puts you on the right track.
Right.
Was that how it was in school?
I think a lot of us thought we were good artists until we met other good artists in college. No, but I think in school what happened was, so from my childhood, it's always been quite fascinating to see my granddad, who was a very big inspiration in my life. And he was a fantastic athlete who represented India in the first Asian Games. He was a shunter in the Southern Railway, shovel coal, all that stuff. So this guy was also an artist, and he used to draw a lot with charcoal and these big fat pencils.
Yeah.
So looking at all that stuff would really inspire me. He used to do these massive pieces, a lot of biblical stuff, a lot of portraits of Christ and stuff. And they would look fantastic. And I was so inspired by the way he would smudge things and work the pencil and charcoal. So I so happened to get a small interest into those things, into drawing. And I think all of them collectively encouraged me, right from my mom, my dad, my grandparents, and everybody encouraged me around. I think encouragement was something that actually pushed me towards doing things like entering competitions where you feel shy. You often shy away from these things, right? But it let me believe that I could do it. So I don't think I was very good to begin with, but the constant encouragement makes you feel like you're going someplace.
Yeah.
So I think that's where it led up to the point of, doing cool things in school that were slightly art related and having an interest in, science projects and those things.
So, where did your granddad pick up all these things?
I have no clue.
Did you get a chance to talk to him about it?
I think I was too young to ask him those philosophical sort of questions about where he picked up stuff from, but I think he just had a very keen interest in terms of, creating stuff. Like he would find somebody else's long trousers at home and cut it up and make short pants for me, and that other person would come back looking for his pants. It's one of those things. He was very creative with the needle, or very creative with stitching, or with drawing, and just generally very creative.
Okay. And did you start drawing early? Did you pick things up along the way, or was it something that bloomed later on?
I think I was doing traditional drawing, like, coloring, drawing, inking and coloring and stuff. But then I later found out there was Photoshop 3.0 at some point when my dad bought me a computer.
3.0.
Yeah, so it was really, some old stuff, right? And I figured that you could, MS Paint was there before that, but that didn't give me much. I could draw, but it felt like something was missing.
Yeah, drawing with a ball mouse is not easy.
Right. And then Photoshop 3 happened. I got into a little bit of that, understanding how you can take photographs and manipulate them and all that stuff. And then finally, Dad picked up NTO's tablet a long time after that, which I started playing with it a little bit. But this was more towards the 12th and stuff like that.